that talk. You're locked into Fantastic Friday here on News Talk 93 FM, and it's time for Talk the Ting with Kim. During this segment, we talk to you about our discussion topic and more. Now, before we jump into that, I want to say welcome back to Fantastic Friday. We do this every Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So we've been talking to the fathers. As you know, it's Father's Day coming up on Sunday. All right? So congrats to our fathers. Happy Father's Day when it comes. Big up to everybody as well on the live. Make sure you're not treating the father and do something good for them over the weekend or on Sunday. All right? You know the trips right now. So people, it's about that time where we jump into our discussion segment. The segment titled Talk the Ting with Kim, where we talk to you about our discussion topic. We're in the month of June, which is Men's Health Awareness and Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And last week we spoke to you about our mental health checklist for the men, and we talked about, the list is a checklist, so we say check yourself before you wreck yourself. Now today our topic is geared towards the fathers out there, and we want to bring a more positive outlook from the fathers, a more impactful outlook from the fathers, and we're talking about the topic breaking the cycle, becoming better fathers. All right? Because we know the situation stay in Jamaica. We need the fathers them out there that can make a change, that will stand up and be stand in the position as a father, not just say, okay, me have 7 youth a road, and know them, know them name, know them birthday, you only see them when the mothers force you to see them. So our topic for today: breaking the cycle, becoming better fathers. All right? Now, for generations, too many Jamaican homes have been shaped by the absence of fathers, and this has led to a painful cycle. One marked by broken families, overburdened mothers, and children left searching for male guidance. All right? For a male role model, for a male advisor. You know what I say? Yeah. And it's a reality that continues to affect families, especially children, in a deep and lasting way. Now, it doesn't have to continue like this. It doesn't have to stay this way. Change starts with us, men. Change starts with us. Men choosing to break the cycle, rewrite the narrative, and earn our rightful place in the home and in the lives of our children. All right? So if men out there, if you're ready to make that change, and even if you say, oh, I'm a good father, well, there's still more to be done. Yeah, because we started last month in May with Child Month, and we said, listen, it takes a village to raise a child. So even if you're being a good father to your child, the next step is to be a mentor to another child, or even an inspiration to other fathers out there. Now, to get into how we can fix things as men, our first step is to identify and understand the problem. All right? Now, here's what happens in Jamaica nowadays. Many of us, we grew up without fathers ourselves. We probably most of us nowadays didn't have a constant father presence in the house, whether the parents were separated or it was a single parent household. It's a good amount of us that grew up without a father's presence constantly. Not just go look for him for the weekend, or you see him when you want to collect your lunch money, but that daily presence wasn't there for a lot of us, right? And we know the emptiness and the feeling that it creates. Now, what we want to understand is the pain that should drive us, to do better. It shouldn't drive us to repeat the same thing. But when people are hurt, they don't know how to react. So, me never am the father, and look how me turn out great. So, my picnic, me not have to do that for my picnic. You have some people that think like that. However, our absence as fathers has consequences. All right? Yes, it does actually, people. Now, what are some of the consequences of when the father is absent? Children often lack guidance and structure. Yeah, that definitely happens when there's a lack of a father presence in the home. Two, mothers are forced to carry out both emotional and financial burdens. They're forced to balance the thing by themselves. This is a reason why there's two parents in a household, or it was designed that way. Because the mother usually brings the nurture and the father brings the support when it comes to finance and strength and discipline. So it usually is a balance. So when that is left on the mother, it's a lot of emotional burden and financial burden on the mother alone. Now, what's the third consequence of absent fathers? We, the men, if we're not playing our father role or the role of a father, we're out there doing whatever craziness that we do, we lose the opportunity to lead, love, and grow. So if you're not playing the father role, you're not passing on that knowledge, you're not bringing up that fruit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, as Nikolai says, each partner has their role to play. So as a father, if you're not there for your child to nurture them and bring them up and guide them along the way, as an outside person, it's gonna be harder for you now to tell those children on the road, say, hey, do this, do that. What are the first thing them going to say? You're not my father. You know what I say? So as a father, you're able to bring that discipline, and that position is yours to do so. You have that authority or that position, that role to play. So if you're not playing that father role, or we don't have the fathers playing these roles, when you go to a road, the children them now listen to nobody. Yeah, because they didn't get that discipline growing up. Now, unlike what some men out there think, being a father is not just about biology. It's not just about, yeah, man, we bring forth a youth, or, I got her pregnant and, she's going to bear my child, right? It's about presence, it's about consistency, and it's about emotional investment. So fathers out there, we need to start putting in a more positive role, and we need to do it consistently, not just popping up occasionally when it suits us, but we need to be more, we need to play more of an active role in our kids' lives. All right? So, I've pointed out 8 key areas where fathers or men in general, because as a man, you too can play a father role in somebody's life. It doesn't have to be your biological child. Yeah? You can mentor someone. You can be that role model for that child. So you don't have to be a biological father. You can play the father role. So, here is how we can start to reclaim the position of men in the household. Here is how we can redeem and redefine our role in the family. All right? Big up to I am Senoria on the live. Big up, welcome. Just hit the follow button if you're new and join the conversation. All right. Now here's rule number 1. Point number 1. What we need to do. Step number 1. We need to break the silence, and we need to own the responsibility. Yeah, we need to do that. No, I mean, a lot of fathers out there, they are quick to say, well, I'm in a business, or I never have no father, as I mentioned before, or, a tough love, or, all these things. We need to admit when we've done wrong. We need to admit where we've gone wrong. So stop shifting the blame to the system and the mother and the circumstances. If you are not playing the role of a father, if you've brought forth a child, you've played the role in having the child or creating the child, and you're not there playing your father role consistently, you can't blame the system at this point. You can't blame the mother. It's all on you at this point. Are you providing? Are you there? Are you present? Oh, me can't get no job. Well, look at job. You know what I said? Like, these are things that you can change. I know it's not going to be instant, but it's things you can work towards. And it comes from better planning, better organizing your priorities. All these things come to play when you're looking at stepping up as a father. The second thing we need to do when we talk about breaking the silence and owning the responsibility is apologize to our children. If we've been absent or unreliable, accountability is strength. You know you haven't been there. The first thing you do is you see the child come around. You know, say the mother don't want this and the mother. I can't take your mother. Forget about that. That is not the problem with the child. The child should not have to go through that because you and the mother have the dealings. So if you know you haven't been there for 2 days or 3 days or 6 months, yeah, apologize to the child. Yeah, I know I haven't been around. You know, I mean, I should be here for you. Or, you know, if it's you want to keep the child, boy, I'm not getting a place right now for put you up yet, but I want to, you know, you have to get that accountability to the child. Because if you don't own it up, you know, that child will see you as somebody that's avoiding them or neglecting them. All right? And then your next step is to make amends. Even if years have passed, if it has been a couple months, it's never too late to try and rebuild a bond. So as of today, if you know you've been distant, yeah, it might take a while. It won't spark up in a day, but try to be there for your children. Yeah, make a move. There's a phone call, a visit, check in. Start checking in on your child. All right? And then this will do? This will set the standard for other men. Yeah, make the effort. Yeah. As Nikolai said, make the effort. This will set the standard for other men. Leading by action. So that's why I say you don't have to really be a father, you know. Even if you are just a man playing the role in other children's life as a role model, as an advisor, as a mentor, other fathers will look at you and say, no man, this is a good person to follow. This is a good strategy to follow. And that is how we start to break the cycle. All right. Now, as I said, we're highlighting 8 points. Point number 1, break the silence, own up to the responsibility. Point number 2, be present, not just providers. Yes, be present. Do not just be a provider. Be present. What we mean? Number 1, do not equate fatherhood or being a father with just financial support. That's not all it's about. Oh, well, make sure my pity them all right. Me send money. Okay. That isn't all it's about, sir. It's a lot more than sending money for the child. I mean, some mothers, if you're sending a lot of money, some mothers might be happy and say, yeah, man, you don't have to do nothing more because you might send 3 times the money we need to send. But guess what? You still need to be an active role in the child's life. The child does need a father figure. All right? So, things like love, time, and care are equally as valuable as money or sending money. Yeah? So fatherhood is not about money alone or financial support. All right? Now, when we talk about time, we say spend time with your children, doing everyday things. So whether it's helping with homework, talking, cooking, playing games, there are several ways you can interact and keep active with your child. Keep that time, quality time together with your child. Now just come in, discipline, and go in your bed. Only time them see you when after beating or all these things are discipline. No. Spend quality time with your child. Whether you want to help them with homework, even if you don't know the homework, sit with them while they go through it. People, we're breaking the cycle here now. A lot of men have gotten complacent, and it shows because it's going to show up in the next generation. Why you think kids are acting like this? Because there's that lack of presence or discipline from a father. All right? Now, while you're spending time with them, you want to get that connection going. Ask them about their day. You know, truly listen to their fears, their dreams, their struggles. Some parents right now, some fathers out there, them don't know what them child want to be. What do you want to be? What do you want, what you like to do, or them don't know. Some of them barely know the child's name, so we may not go further, but some, they don't know what interest the child has. Yeah? Create a bond. Nicola is right on schedule with the message. Create a bond with your child. You're picking them around here, they don't know how to act because they don't know you. You're a stranger. You don't hang out with them, you don't talk with them, you don't play. The only thing them here, take up your book, go to your room, do the level. That is it. Go do your chores. There's no bond outside of discipline, and that's not good. So fathers, let's make a change. All right? Now, while spending time with your child, make memories, not just money and send that, and your presence is what really matters, and they'll remember a lot about your presence. Yeah? So make memories. As I say, hang out, teach them how to ride the bicycle their first time. Trust me, they'll remember that. Them swing song, make something for them, look at things around the house. All of these things. Spend quality time, make memories. So be present. Don't just be a provider. You bring home the grocery, you put money in the mother and you're gone. Be present. Spend time, ask about their day, make memories. All right, I see more people jumping in. Just welcome to the Fantastic Friday Instagram Live. Be sure to hit the follow button. All right, I see that's natural. Large up yourself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're looking at breaking the cycle, becoming better fathers. How fathers or men in general can play a stronger role in society and, reclaim back the position of man of the household or head of the household. All right. Now, 3, the next step that we need to take is to educate ourselves about fatherhood. Educate yourself about being a father. It doesn't happen automatically. It's not just something that takes place instantly. So educate yourself. You have pretty much about 9 months to get prepared once you've been, informed. About 8 to 9 months. Once you've been informed that you're expecting a child. Yeah? So you have 8 to 9 or 7 to 9 months to prepare. Read up about what it takes to be a father. What it takes to play a father role. What does a child look for from you? What other than just money, or buy toy, buy this, buy that? What emotional connections do you have to your child? All right? So, educate yourselves about fatherhood. Seek out resources, parenting books, podcasts, online content. Yeah, go to even seminars. There's parenting workshop, father workshop, fatherhood workshop. Yeah, all these things. Don't just sit down there and say, me no know this, me no know that. You leave from work, you come home. If you're going to watch a show, watch something that helps to teach about parenting or being a good father. Educate yourselves. All right? Accept that parenting is a skill. It's not something that's instant. Yeah, attend seminars. Yeah, Nicola is definitely in the session, But yeah, accept that parenting is a skill. You have to work on it for it to be better. It's not something that you automatically get and you automatically know how to do it. All right? So educate yourselves. Ask questions. Stay curious about what children need at each stage of life. Your child is 2. Are they still breastfeeding? Are they moving to that? You should be very much aware in the child's progression. All right? And learn emotional intelligence. This is a big part of being a father. How to manage stress, communicating clearly when you're upset, when you're sad, when you're happy, and how to model healthy behavior. We might not believe it or we might not want to accept it, but children often follow their parents. They might follow their friends and those things as well, but most of the time, if you look at their behavior, especially when they're around the parents a lot, children follow their parents. So as a father, you want to model healthy behavior. Do things that are healthy. And we're not just talking about eating healthy, but also emotional intelligence. Yeah? Yeah. All right. So that's point number 3 as we look on ways in which we can break the cycle and become better fathers. Number 4, this one is a tough one. A lot of persons are affected by that, but yeah, it's a tough one. Nikolai says, I show up for even, what's that? PB? What's that? I'm going to see if I can look at that one. But he says he shows up for even PE. Okay, yes, that is good. Yeah, pop up at PE, see the child run and all these things. Check in at school. Yeah, spend quality time together. Go picking them up. If you always pick them up 2 o'clock, go from 1:30. See how them are going to the class. And yeah, and Nikolai says he shows up at PTA as well. Yeah, find out where going to the child's school, meetings, all these things. All right, so these are definitely ways we can break the cycle as men. And as I say, you don't have to have a child. You can just play an active role in your community. I look out for kids in a community youth club. So these are ways you can play your role. Might not be a biological father, but you are playing that father figure or that male role model. All right, and this number 4, as I said, is a tough one, is a heavy one, but we still have to face it. Heal from past trauma. Reflect on your old childhood. Recognize what pain or patterns you may have been carrying or you may have developed over the years. Your reaction to certain things, how you handle certain situations. Look out for your pains and your patterns. Seek therapy or counseling. Yeah, it's not a bad thing to get counseling or therapy. It's something that you're seeking help to get over. All right. There's no shame in getting help, people. I tell you guys, last week in our men's mental health checklist, one of the big points at number 10 was to say, listen me, ask for help. You might not be able to do everything, or you might not be able to manage everything at once. Ask for help. You might be feeling or going through a rough time. Ask for help. All right? So, seek therapy or counseling. Also, while you are healing from past trauma, one of the things you want to focus on is talk to trusted friends or mentors or a counselor, or a caregiver. Yeah. Talk to them about your struggles. Somebody in your family, a close family member, a close friend, somebody out of the professional sphere to give you a down-to-earth reasoning, yeah? Talk to them about your struggle, what's been eating you up, what's been damaging your heart or your mind, what's been affecting you for the last days. Talk to a friend or, a mentor. And once you have done all that, people, avoid repeating the cycle of abandonment, abuse, or emotional distance. Your father wasn't there, so you're not going to be there. We're breaking the cycles tonight, people. Your father used to disappear and weeks and months and you just pop up. We're breaking the cycles. We're not doing that. Yeah? Your father used to only pop up and beat it down. We're not doing that. So we're breaking the cycle. All right? So we're looking at 8 key ways on how men of today in Jamaica can break the cycle and become better fathers. I want to thank everybody for chipping in online. Just drop your comments. Feel free to interact at Funtastic 93 FM on Instagram Live. We're also on Facebook, Funtastic 93 FM. And you can also check out this video on our YouTube channel at Funtastic Fridays. Number 1 in our path to breaking the cycle. Number 1, you have to break the silence and own the responsibility. Own it up, talk it, clear it, declare it. I am a father. I'm going to be there for my child. Stop blaming others. Stop blaming the mother. We can't take the mother, all of these things. Well, you should have thought about all that before. Now, if there's a child, you have a big responsibility to the child, and you should not be letting the mother, you not liking the mother, having that ripple effect to the child. All right, so break the silence, own the responsibility. Number 2 on our list, as a key point, we want to be present. Don't just be a provider sending money, and then people them not see you. Be present. Be very present in the child's life. Spend time, ask about their day, create memories. Number 3, educate yourself about being a father. Educate yourself about, whether it is parenting sessions, forums, parenting books, podcasts. Educate yourself. Roles of the father, what the father needs to do, the life stage or life cycle of the child, what they need at a certain age, what's good for them, what's not good for them. Educate yourself. You're not going to soak up everything on the spot. So you educate yourself so you are much better prepared. And number 4, one of the last points we looked at in our first segment here is healing from past trauma. Too many of us are carrying over some things from we are picnic and we're bringing it into our adult life and we're passing it on to the child because we didn't have this treatment, so the child now get it. We didn't get nice treatment, so the child now get it. We didn't get a father presence there, so the child now get it. All of these things that we're carrying over to our children. We're breaking the cycle tonight, people. And we're going to go ahead and jump to the 7:30 break. Nikolai, I want to thank you for dropping those points on Instagram Live. Nikolai is very much on point with the questions. He's dropping them as well. And we're going to go ahead and continue after the break. We got some more points as we break the cycle to become better fathers.